Excellencies, distinguished ministers, representatives of international organizations and development partners, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the government of Rwanda, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to the government of Germany, the Global Center for Climate Mobility, and all partners for convening this important forum. Climate change is no longer a future challenge. It is a present reality affecting our lives, livelihoods, ecosystems, and economies across the world. Increasing floods, droughts, landslides, and extreme weather events are forcing communities to adapt, relocate, or, in some cases, move in search of safety and opportunity. For Rwanda, climate mobility is not only about movement, it is fundamentally about people, their dignity, their safety, and their rights. As a country highly vulnerable to climate impacts, despite contributing very little to global greenhouse gas emissions, Rwanda has experienced devastating floods and landslides that have displaced communities and damaged critical infrastructure. These experiences have taught us that action must come before disaster. Through our National Strategy for Transformation, National Adaptation Plan, Green Growth and Climate Resilient Strategy, and Disaster Risk Management Frameworks, Rwanda has invested in resilience-building measures that reduce vulnerability and protect communities at risk. Where relocation has been necessary, particularly for households living in high-risk zones, our approach has been guided by a simple principle: protecting people and protecting their rights. Through integrated settlement programs, families gain access to safer housing, clean water, electricity, schools, healthcare, and livelihood opportunities. Planned relocation must never be viewed simply as moving people. It must be a process that safeguards human dignity, livelihoods, social cohesion, and informed participation. At the same time, Rwanda continues to invest in ecosystem restoration, climate-smart agriculture, resilient infrastructure, early warning systems, and community-based adaptation. We believe that climate mobility should be a matter of choice, not necessity. Alongside the right to move safely and with dignity, we must equally protect the right of people to remain in their communities when conditions allow. Excellencies, as we advance a global agenda on climate mobility, three priorities deserve our collective attention. First, strengthening climate mobility data, forecasting, and anticipatory planning. Second, increasing access to adaptation finance and climate risk financing for vulnerable communities. Third, ensuring that all climate mobility responses are firmly grounded in human rights, protecting the dignity, agency, and aspirations of affected populations. The climate mobility principles provide an important framework for advancing these objectives. They remind us that climate action must be people-centered, rights-based, and anchored in international solidarity. Rwanda, therefore, welcomes and formally endorses the climate mobility principles and reaffirms its commitment to working with all partners to advance practical solutions that protect rights, strengthen resilience, and create opportunities for vulnerable communities. Together, let us ensure that climate mobility becomes not a story of crisis and displacement, but a story of human dignity, resilience, and shared prosperity. I thank you for your kind attention.